Well, hello there, guys. Agrippa Maxenius here, coming at you with another multiplayer battle. And it's essentially, guys, going to be a battle against a Brigadier General v. Sheriff 80. So I don't think my chances are going to be that good, but I'm going to do my absolute best here. And one thing we're going to do, we have to obviously hold these victory locations. I'm going to just take a quick look here. There's a 3,500 victory location in the middle. We're not going anywhere near it. We're staying right outside, especially since we're fighting a general. And at this point, we're just going to go ahead and try to hold these positions from the enemy. I think I want to move Smith up here on top of Benner's Hill. The same with Heckman's artillery unit as well, just in case the enemy starts to push even more than they already are. I'm sure they're going to get that attack going real soon here. And I almost want to send the vedettes out to kind of get an idea of the situation. So we're going to go ahead and just scout the area. And right now we're just getting a lot of cannon fire, which I've learned to kind of just accept in this game. You don't want to just retreat all of a sudden or do anything crazy like that. Just keep your position, don't move, don't go crazy, and wait for the enemy to show up. Eventually you're going to know what to do. And in this case, as soon as we see where that Confederate battle line begins to march to, that's where we're going to focus a lot of our defenders. So as you can see, we're holding Bleachers Knoll. We're obviously trying to hold this area right here on top of Benner's Hill. These are the most important zones of the battle. So if we could do everything we can to go ahead and defend these zones, we're going to be a lot better off. I actually want to go ahead and move Kerzhenowski back here to this area. Kind of in this wooded area. We just want to get everybody in the best cover possible, really, for this battle. Okay, we've got some sharpshooters already showing up. It looks like Ewell's. Should I take the vedettes and try to get some shots off? I think I should. Why not? Let's go ahead and try. Okay, never mind. We're going to pull back. We know where the enemy's coming from now, so we're going to go ahead. I almost want to bring Ames over here to assist with this defense, since all we have here are skirmishers, but I know better than that. Even if the enemy breaks through the north here, we don't have any actual victory points in that area, so they're still going to have to attack our locations here, etc. Let's actually go ahead, make sure we don't have any victory points in town, and I might actually send Schmiffelnig up here to assist with the defense, because I'm pretty sure the enemy is sending everything they have at us at the north, and if not, then maybe we're going to get a two-pronged attack. Either way, I want to be prepared. Come on, Kerzhenowski, get into place. You always disappoint me. He doesn't actually always disappoint me. Kerzhenowski's fine when he shuts up and does as he's told. Let's go ahead and get Heckman up here as well. And we're going to put Kerzhenowski sort of turning this way. It's still in the woods, obviously. And let's see how things are going up here. Alright, so the Confederate battle line is approaching, of course. I want to go ahead and move that to shell shot. I don't want to be firing round shot at these guys. They're much too powerful for that to affect them at all. Let's go ahead and move the skirmishers up. We'll start firing on O'Neill already, as well as with the vedettes. And just start getting some nice volleys down on the guy. Skirmishers, do your job. You've got some great cover too, guys. I'd love to hit him before he gets into cover. Boom, there we go. Some shots at O'Neill. Getting some canister shot as well. That cannot feel good. And let's move the Devon skirmishers unit up. Got some Ewell's sharpshooters here, but I'm not really worried about them. O'Neill is what concerns me. So I'm going to go ahead and get one volley off, and then I'll fall back. Come on, fire boys. Let's see what's going on over here. The enemy's definitely approaching, or at least setting up for an approach. And there we go. We've got the skirmishers firing here. Ewell's sharpshooters are also pulling back. That's beautiful. And O'Neill is in a crossfire here with skirmishers. Now, if I were in his position, I'd probably charge, because these skirmishers may do some damage, all things considered. But we're just going to keep firing, and as you can see, O'Neill keeps dropping. We'll bring the vedettes back for another little volley at the enemy. And let's make sure Buford is where he needs to be. Of course, I will bring Schmiffelnig up here. Let's take a look at what's going on in this sector. I want to move Kerzhenowski into a better position. Alright, McGiller's Reserve artillery is at our disposal, and I think you guys know exactly where that's going to go. That's going to go on top of Benner's Hill. Let's go ahead and flip this about like that's about good enough. Where is this reserve artillery? We're going to have to wait for it, but it's on the way. At least it's on the way. See how O'Neill's doing. Okay, wow. He still withstood our skirmishers, and it looks like he's got Ramser moving up. Ramser, of course, for those of you that know me and know my Ultimate General videos, is my most loved / hated Confederate general. Loved because when I play with him, he's awesome. Hated because when I play against him, he kicks my ass. So we really don't want that to happen. Let's go ahead and see if we can find the reserve artillery units. There they are, absolutely awesome. And they're going right on top of Benner's Hill, as you guys can see here. They can get a great view of the battlefield and really rain down fire on the enemy. So let's go ahead and get these guys up here. And as for Beecher's Knoll, he's going to kind of hang out. Looks like they finally broke through the skirmishers, and I knew that was going to occur eventually. We just need to go ahead and hope they're damaged enough that a few volleys will send them reeling. And if that happens, we're in a better position than we were in the beginning of the battle here. So let's go ahead and open fire here. Get into position, man. Your men can shoot from there. What's going on? Come on, boys. There we go. Some nice volley fire there right into the side of the enemy. We'll even move over to some canister shot. In fact, we don't even need to because O'Neill is already running. We're going to move Schmiffelnick over here. I'm not even sure what the cover is in this sector. This is basically swampland. I'm guessing probably not the best. So let's be careful, obviously. And we'll also move these skirmishers up and get the vedettes to start shooting too. Let's go ahead and see what's going on here. Alright, good. All of our artillery is moving into position, guys. This, of course, Benner's Hill being the most important part of the battle for us. I'm even going to go ahead. I see no benefit in having Koster hang out over here. We're going to go ahead and move Koster over here to the ladies' farm. I don't know if it was some sort of, place where you pay for ladies at night. Who knows? It's the Civil War. Those things are fine. Okay, so here we go, guys. We're firing on Ramsor, and I love to get Ramsor to run. I don't think I've ever gotten a Ramsor to run in a single battle, so that would be an achievement right there. We are massively shooting at the enemy. I don't know what the enemy is doing here, but he's kind of sending his units on, I want to say almost like a suicide run here, because we are firing from all sorts of different locations. As you can see here, he's still managing to make our vedettes pull back, although that's pretty typical. And here we go, we've got a gamble skirmisher firing too. Schmiffelnick about to get another beautiful volley in here. Oh yes, we've got Rams on the run. I don't want our men to stop firing either, but I want to make sure that everybody holds. Hold Schmiffelnick, hold gamble skirmishers. We just want everybody to keep their position. Hold your pants and relax, boys. And let's see if Koster here can actually get into a better defensive. Yeah, something like that is much better. We'll move Dillinger back, and we'll start moving these cannons to the front. And in fact, if we could start firing shell shot already, maybe not. Let's try this. Let's just move Dillinger. Just stay put, man. Just stay put, dude. Shell shot. Alright, here we go. We're going to let the enemy advance. I don't know where our men are not setting up. Is there something I'm forgetting about the battery that I didn't read up on? Auto. Hold. There we go. That was weird. Hold. Let's get it on canister. Get it on canister. And at this point, we're going to go ahead and keep the rest of these artillery units back. It's pretty obvious these first artillery units are going to take a nasty pounding. Let's take a look up here at the north. And like I said, we're just staying put. We're not attacking, nothing like that. I'll actually move some of these skirmishers back into better cover. And we're kind of waiting to see what the enemy does. Boom, boom. I'm going to go ahead and fall back, fall back, fall back, fall back. Everybody's going to fall back. We're going to go ahead and we'll keep this on shell shot. Let's go move Smith forward a little bit, Koster forward a little bit. It looks like the 7th Corps Artillery deploys to the southern ridges. Awesome. Whether or not that's going to help us right now, I don't know, but we'll find out. Let's make sure Krasnowski firing on Doles here. We get Koster to also fire here on this unit. Iverson right out in front, and Iverson is taking a nasty beating. We want to make sure that they take a nasty enough beating never to come back into this area again. So let's make sure that we're actually firing shell shot. This is very devastating, obviously, to infantry charges. And if we can do that, we're going to be a step ahead here of the enemy. I want to get Smith into a better position. Do like that. And let's take a look up here at the north. What's going on? Alright, so far, nothing. I like that. I like all these dead Confederates here from their failed attack. And we're not doing a damn thing in the north. We're staying put. because I think we have a decent position here. Krasnowski, of course, just made Dole's run. Now I'm going to try to see if I can get Krasnowski to go ahead and flank Iverson and Daniel and the rest of these guys. So we're going to try to make that happen. In fact, I'm going to run. I know people advise against it, but in this particular setting, I think it's a good idea. We're going to move Krasnowski, and let's go ahead and fire at Iverson. Slocum's score has arrived. Very cool. We'll go ahead and bring them over here. Move some of these artillery units up to our second defensive position. So let's move 2 up here. Atwell and Kinsey and Rugg and Veingar. And I'm sorry, it makes me think Vinegar every time. We're going to go over here to the left area so that they can kind of get a good shot on the enemy. Looks like right now these rebels are taking some serious fire, and I absolutely love it. I want to go ahead and get Krasnowski back. No need for him to tire himself out chasing the traitorous rebels here. At this point, we're just going to keep our position, hold it as best we can, and do as much damage to the attacking forces. We're not giving up these positions, guys. I've learned from my fight with Darth the different things that I have to do here, and actually, even this is a bit out of character. I shouldn't be letting them get this close, but that's okay. We're going to let them do what they want. They're probably sort of revving up, as it were, for another attack. That's what I would do. So we're going to go ahead and just wait them out. Might as well. Let's get Krasnowski over here to assist with Daniel. Anytime the enemy wants to try anything crazy, we're going to go ahead and have Krasnowski here just do stuff. Shell shot. Go ahead and get these guys firing. Get these guys firing too. Go ahead. Last time when we said hold, that worked, right? So let's try hold. Or maybe they just need time to actually disassemble the cannons. I'm not sure how it works. Right, let's fire at the Tigers. Go ahead and get this on shell shot too. Fire at the Tigers. Got a lot of Confederate reinforcements trying to take this position, so we're going to go ahead and start firing at some guys. Obviously, we don't want to get Krasnowski out in the open. One of the best things about this battle right now is our cover advantage. Let's see what's going on. Yep, sure enough, the enemy's going for another attack. We'll go ahead and move Schwivelnig up here. Actually, we're going to move him back. Forget this. We're not moving up anywhere. Let's move Schwivelnig back. In fact, we're going to do a sort of defensive concave setup here. Show you what I'm talking about. To try and defend this area. We're going to move everybody back to this hill and see how we can do. Schwivelnig is going to go down this way as well. And we're just going to make this one major hill of defense. So it looks like, look at that. We're getting some beautiful reinforcements. I'm going to go ahead and send them this way, because we know that's where the enemy attack is coming from for the most part. And we'll send Kane over here to this position, because these guys have actually been doing really great on their own. Of course, eventually they're going to need some support, so I'll send Green and Kane over here. But so far, doing great. Let's go ahead and make sure that Hoffer is firing at these guys too. We want as much ammo down that field as possible. Excuse me, guys. There we go. Now you're getting it. You're getting it, man. Good job. So firing at the Tigers. Back. Good. Firing at Kurt Avery. See what's going on here in the north. Alright, good enough. I don't want Buford to get hurt. Of course, generals cannot get hurt in this game. One of my only qualms so far, they should definitely allow the generals to get hurt. That's okay. It's a topic for a different day. Let's move these guys forward. There we go. We've got Avery on the run, guys. Awesome. Our cannons are still blasting away. And in fact, I almost want to bring some of these cannons back, because they're not doing us any good up here. And actually, we want the skirmishers to be in sort of this position, because we know that the enemy's going to come from a certain way. So let's go ahead, and all our skirmishers want to be turned towards the enemy, kind of like this. Kind of making them think that I have a major amount of men over here, but really I've just got 372 Gamble skirmishers units, so they're just going to be pretty annoyed by that. Let's go ahead, we'll fall back. Might be a little too late, actually, to fall back. Here we go. Now the enemy seems to be trying something different. They might be going over here for the right flank of this army. I hope that doesn't happen. So let's go get Smith in a position here. We'll fire at this Smith versus Smith, and we'll get Green to go to this side of Benner's Hill to get a sort of a better view of what's going on right now on the battlefield. Come on. Come on, fire. Yes, awesome. We're getting a great sort of distance bonus on top of this hill. As you guys can see right there, we are on a major hill, and we could even get one of these units right out there in the top, on top of the hill, which is what I think I might do with Green. Let's go ahead and move him like this. He's directly on top of this hill. And in fact, I'll have him run. I don't give a damn what you guys say. He's getting in position quickly. I won't have him running all the time, but for the most part, he's going to be running a lot. Let's just put it that way. Alright, let's see. Alright, Kane is here. Not sure what he's doing, but he is here. And there we go. We're going to stop Green on his run. We'll have him pull. Coster doesn't need to be pulling back right now, but he is anyway. Also, I love seeing that the artillery is also still shooting. Wouldn't mind if the artillery turned their attention over here towards Daniel. So let's see if we can do that. And actually, this is a perfect time for Green to get here because he can reinforce Coster here and hopefully assist him in the defense against Daniel. Let's go ahead. We've got these other guys in position here. We see the whole Confederate army approaching, guys. Look at that. Ramsey, O'Neill, Gordon. Let's go ahead. We're going to just be prepared. I want to get Ruger a little bit. Actually, let's just hold it, Ruger. We're going to hold it just about everybody here, as a matter of fact. I almost want to move Candy back, but I think we'll just keep him here as it were. Alright, beautiful. We got a real nice defensive perimeter there. Let's wait for Coster to recharge a bit. This is one thing that I don't generally do in this game, but since we're doing so well in this defense, I'm going to really give Coster the opportunity to sort of get his men back together, get their morale back right. For some reason, he's still running, I mean, which is amazing, but his condition and morale is improving, so that's got to be a good thing. We'll just keep him away from the battle for now, and as you can see, we're not worried about Daniel, we're not worried about any of these guys. I mean, over here, it's a bloodbath for the enemy. We'll even move forward here and fire some rounds off. Why not? We might as well. I want to take a look at the north quickly. Don't want them to get the best of me in the north ever. Let's make sure Kinsey is firing a canister shot. I want the enemy to feel our wrath. Actually, we'll move full fire shell shot. Let's go ahead and see if Ruger can assist here. Pretty sure he can. And see if Ames can assist over here versus Gordon. Once again, I'm pretty sure he can. We'll also get Gamble's cadets to assist here with Gordon. We're just holding this position. That's really all we're doing. Just a bunch of Federals holding our position. That's all we do every day. Why not? I mean, it works. Okay, here we go. We've got Coster. I almost want to move him up here into the Lady Farm area, but I think I know better. The enemy's kind of trying to do a pincer move here and match my sort of, as you guys can see, I made a little crescent-shaped defense. They're trying to match that with their attackers, and I'm not going to let them do that. So we're going to go ahead. We'll just get Coster here, and as you can see, Daniel's already pulling back. That's awesome. He's staying put here. I'm not leaving this area. Basically, this whole area to the south is completely going to be defended by us. All right, here we go. Let's get Schmiffelnick to start. Actually, I'm going to get Schmiffelnick here just in case the enemy attempts any sort of rear assaults. They've had it happen to me before in various battles. I don't want it to happen in this one. So let's go ahead. We want to focus all our fire on Ramser, at least for now. Stop. Hold. I want him to hold. This is too far. Go ahead. And you can fire at Ramser. We'll get the Gamble skirmishers to fire at Ramser too. And there we go. Beautiful. We got Ramser in a nice crossfire situation here, and this is not good for his men. Even some shell shot thrown in there for good measure. Of course, one thing I don't like is Candy is getting hit by a lot of cannons over here. But of course, compared to what Ramser is going through, I don't think that's that big of a deal at all. Let's go ahead. We're making Ramser run. That's awesome, and I want Candy to go ahead and move back to a better position. We'll have him fall back. And at this point, just continue our defense. Let's see what's going on over here. Beautiful. I'm actually going to bring whoops in some cannons here. And like I said, I'm not making any assaults. Generally I'm very, very aggressive. One thing that Darth was telling me in our last match was don't be so aggressive. Lose the aggressivity, and I think he made a good point. Now, this guy's a brigadier general. He very well may have some tricks up his sleeve to beat me, but if I can get a victory here, I'm going to be very, very happy. So let's go ahead and see how we can do. I'm always going to have the skirmishers move up a little bit just to open fire. Actually, I'll have these skirmishers fall back. But we'll have some skirmisher units sort of just always pestering the enemy, slightly lowering their morale, things like that. In fact, Ames, I can even have Ames, a regular unit, move up here and shoot at Gordon, just to make it less likely that this guy will ever manage any sort of successful charge. Come on, Ames, get in a position. Good job. The skirmishers are already shooting. Now with the assistance of Ames, we're going to get even more fire going on here. That's awesome. Candy is not in the greatest position, but as you can see, Ramser thinks he's pulled back. He hasn't, and we once again bring him out to face Ramser. So hopefully this will continue because this is working out for us. Let's go ahead and take a look down south. Alright, the enemy still hasn't managed to make a push, and that hill just looks like a hill of corpses. There's nothing there but dead Confederates. For me, that's a great thing. For the enemy, not so much. going to go ahead and move this cannon unit over here. And I'm actually tempted to assault, to attack, do something. I know that you guys are probably thinking what I'm thinking. Not the best idea. Let's just stay put. Things are working right now. Let's hope they keep working, really. That's the best way to look at this situation. Okay, so here we go. Candy can move back. In fact, I almost want to say that Candy could probably go to the southern part of the battlefield instead of stay here, but we're all right now, so we're just going to hang back. We'll have the vedettes run in, as well as some skirmishers run in every now and again, and just fire some pot shots at the enemy. Try to sort of, get them to attack us, see if we can lull them into a false sense of security, and then just blast away. That always seems to be fun, and I don't want Rams coming back at all, so we'll keep firing at him. There we go. Nice. Vedettes. Buy you those Colts for nothing. Are they Colts? What pistols? Here's a cool question for you guys down below. What pistols did Union cavalry officers use in the Civil War? I think maybe the Colt revolver wasn't even made yet. Is that correct? If not, they had to use it. They had to. Why wouldn't you? So here we go, guys. Wow. The enemy's coming with a massive detachment of cavalry here. That doesn't look pretty at all. We're going to go ahead and try to repel them as best we can. Green's going to go ahead here. We're also dealing with more men. It looks like the 4th and 5th Virginia units. And I think Candy can definitely stand to come down south here. So let's go ahead and do that. I think right now we can just hold with what we have. We're not going to move any guys for the defense, but we will get Hart up here to fire some shell shot down at the enemy, hopefully. And hopefully he can stand this attack. Really, really hoping he can. See Louisiana Tigers getting in a position here as well. And I don't like that one bit. The enemy is definitely getting ready for another attack. Looks like Ramser is pushing forward. We're going to take Schmiffelnick here and assist. Pull Candy and Schmiffelnick down south just in case we need them. I think these guys will manage to hold just fine with what they have here. I may be wrong, like I said, but we can move our men back and forth as we need to. So here we go. Wow, Koster's being forced back. That's bad. I'm going to go ahead and see if we can get Krushnowski over here to run into position quickly. Because the last thing I need is the enemy breaking through over here. It doesn't look like that's what they're about to do with their cavalry unit. So let's go ahead. We're moving. Krushnowski, you got to move faster than that, my friend. I really don't want this guy getting up on top of the hill. All right, that's better. Now we just need to hold this position. Go ahead and stop the run and just try to get back on the hill in a better situation here. And let's see if we can get Candy quickly over here. In fact, I might send Candy and Schmiffeldig to flank this massive enemy assault. Let's try to do that. Wow, huge Confederate charge here. That is scary. The enemy is definitely charging. I'm going to go ahead and just hold my position. I'm not going to counter the charge or anything like that. I'm just going to hold that we can counter the charge ourselves. But that cavalry unit is causing a massive amount of mayhem here. That's just crazy. So we're going to go ahead and try to get into position quickly. That's definitely the move of a general. I wouldn't have thought of doing that. That is pretty crazy stuff right there. But he actually managed to make my men pretty crazy, pretty completely discombobulated, I guess, for it. I know that's not even a word. But they've totally just lost their ability to hold a formation, really. As you guys can see, they're out of formation. They're really just messy looking. So we want to try to get these guys back into position quick. We'll go ahead and have Koster fire down at the F-Fleet 4th and 5th, as well as the 2nd and the 3rd. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and just have them pull. It's probably a better idea. And we're going to see if we can get these reinforcements here in time. We'll start firing on Stewart. And let's get Schmiffelnig over here to get over here on top of the hill, because the enemy is going to be making a push for sure, and we don't want to move. It's that simple. Going on over here. Since the enemy has kind of accepted the fact that they're not going to be doing very well in that northern area, so I think we should go ahead and really focus here on the south, because they're definitely going for a major charge, and I don't want to lose this battle. Okay, another Confederate charge. Oh man, every time here. The Confederates are charging, of course. Get Schmiffelnig in position here very, very soon. And it looks like, wow, Avery is just, I don't even know what's going on. Start moving everything down here. This is amazing. So the Confederates have managed to push us off this hill. I did not expect them to be able to do this, to be honest with you. Lost Benner's Hill. That's not the kind of start we wanted to this battle. We'll bring the vedettes down here. but I must admit things are not looking great. Let's bring Candy over here as well to see if we can start moving back onto Benner's Hill. The rest of these guys are just going to hang back. I'm not going to be making any attacks with the rest of them unless that attack is to get on the hill faster. So let's go ahead. We're just going to move up, as you can see here. Confederates secure at Benner's Hill. We just want to try and get our men back on top of this hill if we can. Alright, we've got the 3rd Virginia on the way here. We should be able to take this position back, if you ask me, but I am not the AI, obviously, so we're going to go ahead. Let's fire with Schmiffelnig. In fact, I want to get Schmiffelnig into a better position, something like that. Get Canny into a better position, too. Those Confederate charges always cause a lot of issues. There's no such thing as a good Confederate charge unless you are the Confederates. So let's go ahead and try to move forward here. Ramser is still attacking, but I feel like the enemy doesn't have many men up here. Of course, if I'm wrong, I'm going to be in a lot of trouble, but then again, we could probably send some skirmishers over here and we should be fine. Just want to make sure that we can take this position. Let's go ahead and fire on Daniel. Man, I knew that right flank assault was going to be a problem. I definitely should have paid more attention to it. General Kilpatrick has arrived with elements of his cavalry division. Well, look, General Kilpatrick, we need your help fast. So just move south as quickly as you can. Move Kilpatrick down here too, and if we could possibly take the south back, I mean, that would be wonderful. It would be the best situation possible right now. I'm going to go ahead and hold the Schmiffelnig here. Try to move up the green as well, but it doesn't look like that's going to work very well. And let's go ahead, we'll even take McDougal and move him south too. That's right, we're bringing the whole family. The whole family's invited to the bloodbath. And at this point, I think pushing the enemy's right flank here is the most important thing, because that's the key point. If we try to push from the center, we're just going to get our asses handed to us, so let's try to push from this flank. Bring the cadets in as well. Get Stewart to start moving back. Look at that. Is the enemy going to try for another charge? It looks like Stonewall Brigade is going for another charge. Just try to match that momentum. And there we go, sure enough. Wow. Stonewall Brigade didn't even need to charge. They just needed to approach, and our men were scared enough not to do anything. Amazing. So at this point, at least we're moving in a more, I want to say, organized fashion forward. I'm hoping this will allow us to retake the hill. Nothing would make me happier, except, of course, a total victory in this battle. And let's just make sure that the enemy is not doing anything silly up here. I don't think they are. I think they're focusing their attack entirely on the southern portion here. So I'm going to move Farnsworth's unit over here and see if we can't help to flank them. There we go, some awesome shooting going on. Our men are really putting down some nice fire. We just want to make sure Green and Smith and the rest of these guys are getting good shots down here. Let's move Farnsworth up. There we go. Looks like we're pushing the enemy back at least a little bit. And if we could push them back enough to take this position, that would be the ideal scenario. So let's go ahead. We're going to move Farnsworth 5th New York over here. Open fire. Come on, boys. Beautiful. Actually hold with Candy right there. Candy. Kind of sounds like a horse bed for some reason. I feel like I'm in a horse bed. Oh well. Let's go ahead and continue. Maybe it's all the cavalry on the field. That's probably what it is. Bring Gamble skirmishers down as well. And the Farnsworth is just going to continue his duty of just basically trying to just cause a lot of confusion and disruption amongst the enemy forces. If we can cause enough of that, we're going to be able to go ahead and beat the enemy. I'm actually going to take McDougal's unit, move him over here, and I'm going to try to take the Farnsworth 18 Pennsylvania and try to assist with Green here, because he's having a lot of trouble, as you guys can see, with F. Lee's 3rd Virginia and 2nd Virginia. And I don't know why. These guys don't seem to be that serious. They don't seem to be particularly difficult units or tough units, but for some reason our guys are really falling back a lot with them. Let's go ahead and see what's going on with the rug. Trying to get the canister shot. Alright, here we go. We've got McDougal on the way. It looks like the Farnsworth 5th New York sort of just decided to take things on their own initiative and are absolutely demolishing the enemy over there, or trying to at least. Let's go ahead and try to attack this left flank, the enemy's left flank over here on the hill, because I want these stupid F. Lee 3rd Virginia guys to get the hell out of my land. I'm sick of it. Let's move the rest of these guys up too. There we go. nothing whatsoever. So let's just focus really on this southern area. We're moving McDougal up here, guys. Once again, the enemy still holds the ridge, which is amazing to me. It's amazing that they still hold this position. So let's go ahead. We're going to get in with McDougal. I might actually charge with McDougal, believe it or not, just in an attempt to move this guy back. Let's go ahead and get Daniel in here. Get Green in here. I want everybody attacking. Come on, guys. This is our chance. Let me go ahead and make McDougal fire on Stewart. Same with the Farnsworth in New York. Everything we can, guys, to take back this center position. Believe me on that. Skirmishers up here. Pennsylvania up here. In fact, I'll move Pennsylvania behind you. Alright, we pushed back another brigade. We're going to go ahead and try to do it so well. In fact, what I'm going to do is do what the enemy did to me at the beginning of the battle. Let's see if this works. He charged me. It can cause so much confusion that I wasn't able to defend my position at all. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try a charge with McDougal. It may be crazy. I'm not doubting it is, but we're going to go ahead and we're going to try to confuse the enemy here and charge. Let's go ahead. We're going to charge. McDougal's on the way off to the races. We're going to move forward with Krasnowski. We'll move forward with Candy here. Try to take back this position. Make sure everybody's got their own defensive position here on top of the hill. Put Smith like that. That's good. These Devon skirmishers. Well, we'll just keep the Devon skirmishers attacking. And look at that. That actually worked. That actually incredibly worked. We're going to go ahead and charge again into these guys. And McDougal is crazy, but he may have just done a real service to us in this battle. Then again, he may not have. I may have totally made a huge mistake, but I'd like to think we did a good job. We did take the hill back, so that's a start. And McDougal is going to pull back here. I don't doubt he's going to pull back. But wow, what an amazing attempt there at a defense. Let's go ahead and move to the south. Do we have any generals here? Yes, we've got this general. We're definitely going to go ahead and move him in position here. At this point, we're just holding our positions, guys. We want to win this battle so badly. And the only way we're going to do that is to be aggressive, that at the same time to keep our positions without having to push out far too much. So I'm going to go ahead and hold Schmiffelnick back here, as you guys can see. I might open up on Avery, just because I don't like him. No, not really. I don't even know much about Avery. But we're going to go ahead and get the rest of these guys up here on the hill as reserve units, ready to repel or repulse any charge by the enemy. So let's actually start moving Krasnowski up. Let's see what's going on here. So far, it doesn't look like they're doing anything over here. I mean, anything. We'll move Farnsworth skirmishers over here. I'm going to check. The reason I'm moving him sort of in this weird pattern is I want to make sure the Confederates aren't flanking us from behind. That would be crazy. Although if this guy's a brigadier general, he's probably capable of doing stuff like that, of tactics like that. So let's go ahead and get these guys in a position. Make sure Schmiffelnig is, that's good like that. This guy can go here. Go ahead and get McDougal to start firing. This part of the hill. We'll hold here. Oh boy, alright, McDougal's got some guys over here on the left to deal with. Let's go ahead and see if he can do anything there. And let's move these skirmishers here, because as you can see, the enemy is definitely trying something different. And that makes me a little uneasy to say the least. Sort of more into the woods here. You know what, we already have Schmiffelnig back here, so he may be able to do a good job. Him here. We'll have Smith as the frontal line of defense. Having McDougal just get his ass handed to him here, so we're going to go ahead and allow McDougal to fall back. Like I said, morale is the key here, so if we could just keep that high morale and try not to lose it as much as possible, we're going to be in a much better situation. Here we go with the skirmishers. I'm going to have them target Ramser right from the back, and that's not going to feel good. Let's see. Buford up here. See how the defense is going. No, Iverson, no! This is my Benner's Hill. We'll actually even have Green move up here, and I'm going to try to flank Iverson and the rest of these guys. We'll have the Vedette start to flank, so let's move these guys behind the enemy. The same with Farnsworth's 5th New York Division. These cavalry units are going to assist in this battle quite a bit, I think. Let's make sure that we'll name up into a better defensive position as well. This guy couldn't be in a worse defensive position, to be honest with you. Alright, Dougal. Alright, Iverson. Make sure the skirmishers are doing a lot of damage to the enemy here. And Schmidtling's actually getting into a decent position just on his own. There we go. Iverson is pulling back. It's like they're looking at this hill and they're like, we know we can't take this. This is bad news written all over it. Here we go. Green. I want him to focus on Daniel. Yeah, same with the Farnsworth 5th New York. I want them to go over here and the Vedettes and just focus here on Daniel's unit. Really try to confuse him. Throw a lot of lead downfield and ultimately force him to concede the battle. The enemy is going for one of those crushing maneuvers. We've seen this done before. I don't like it for one split second. All it does is confuse my men. So I may go ahead and counter this. I'll go ahead and hold Smith, but I'm thinking we may try to counter this with a charge. But you know what? We're going to hold. We're not moving anywhere. Like I said, we're going to try the defensive maneuver this time. I'm not going to try to be so aggressive. We'll let them come to us. They still have to climb the hill to get to us, so I hope that's enough incentive for them not to continue forward. It's the opposite of incentive. If you have an incentive for somebody not to do something, I think you can. Let's go ahead and move forward here with Krzyzewski and the skirmisher units. And at this point, the enemy is definitely marching up that hill. Look at that. That is frightening. It's actually making me a little uneasy that they have that much courage this far up the hill. Looks like they're going to charge. Pretty believable. That's exactly what I do in their position. Do a Confederate charge here in the last parts of the battle in an attempt to break our final lines, and I hope it doesn't work for sure. They're also trying it up here with Gordon. But let's go ahead and try to get these skirmishers here to assist. We'll get Schmidtling to assist, and it looks like, yes, we've forced some of them back. We have to always be careful here, because a Confederate charge is always a serious thing. Almost want to countercharge here with Schmidtling, but I think I will actually stay put. The enemy has taken the hill, but I'm hoping that won't last for long. And now at this point, we're going to go ahead. No, we're not going to charge. We're going to stay put. I refuse. I know better than this. Let's just stay put here. We'll keep moving the skirmishers into position, and we should be able to stop this charge immediately. Just got to do enough damage to these guys to make them think that going back is probably a much better idea than continuing forward. Let's go ahead. Here we go. The charge is already losing a little bit of momentum. You can see Avery is completely pulling back, but Stonewall and Stewart are still going strong, guys. And that's something that worries me. So let's go ahead. We'll move Screen up here. We'll move Krzyzewski up here. The battle is delayed, of course. Why shouldn't it be? This is unbelievably confusing. Let's move Krzyzewski up here. And honestly, the only reason I am not charging is our charge button is not working currently. Not only because we're so close to the enemy, I think we're already engaged in a charge. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to hold here. Let's fire over here to these guys, the FE Virginia. And just want to get everybody on top of the hill. Man, they did a great job at taking back that area. That's crazy. That was crazy. No wonder this guy's a brigadier general. That is absolutely ridiculous. Okay, I mean, there's not much I can do about that. Just try to do our best to take the position back. Wow, that's unbelievable how he managed to do that just with a single charge. I thought holding my position would be a good idea. Apparently not. Here we go. We are moving some of the guys back. We just want to keep moving forward and see if we can take that area back. We really don't want to lose this battle. I mean, we're so close to doing so damn well. So let's move the rest of these guys down south. We'll move Ames down south as well. At this point, anybody willing to go down south is going to get a free trip, basically. So let's go ahead. I want to make sure Stonewall Brigade's going to pull back. I don't want these guys attacking us again. Candy over here in these woods. Same with Smith. Got to try to take this position back. For the Union. With the skirmishers down. The whole reason I'm sort of leaving this area up here is it looks like the enemy is focusing their attack entirely to the south. So if we want to take this area back and win this battle, we're going to need to make some pushes in the south here. Let's go ahead and get everybody else up. Fire with the skirmishers right there into Daniel. don't feel entirely comfortable leaving this hill with only one unit at it. But if I start seeing any activity by the enemy, I'll move one back. So for now, we're going to do everything we can to take that area back. So even if it means possibly getting wiped out a little bit, we'll accept that possibility. Let's go ahead and move forward here. We're going to keep moving forward, like I said before. Just keep that attack up, that counterattack. If they're going to push us off with a charge, we're going to push them right back with a counterattack. At least that's how the thought process works. We'll hold here with the skirmisher unit. I know holding the skirmisher unit is not suggested, nor is it recommended. But we're going to go ahead and continue anyway. Come on, let's move, boys. McDougal, you can keep moving as well. Here we go. She's got some shots going off. Definitely made our farms for skirmishers fall back. But that's not going to really make much of a difference to me as long as we can take this victory position. Let's see what's going on up here to the north. In fact, we'll go ahead and send Ames up. What the hell, just in case. I think we'll be okay with just von Gilson. I hope so. Obviously, better safe than sorry, but it's also better safe than sorry that we don't leave a single unit defending that hill. Let's take a look real quick. Actually, oh my goodness, I'm so indecisive. Let's send Ames back because there's such a small amount of time left in the battle that it's quite possible that the enemy really does have all their units focused on this particular area. Let's go ahead. We're going to start firing at Stonewall Brigade. Everybody's shooting at Stonewall to force him back, and let's make sure we do both forwards. Okay, we've secured Benner's Hill. For how long, I don't know. That's why we're going to keep moving forward with these guys. Now we're kind of using the enemy's tactic against them. They were kind of trying to close us in a sort of crescent shape. Let's see if we can do the same to them over here by bringing Ames down. I'm not sure if it's going to work, but I'm definitely going to try. All right, here we go. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, there's a hill. The hill is primarily here, so we should probably try to keep most of our guys kind of here in the middle, because this is where the highest elevation is. And here we go. Beautiful. We forced some men back. Definitely want to keep fighting. Alright, Daniel's trying to move forward. Look at that. We forced Daniel back. Yes! That's awesome. That's our first minor little victory here within the battle. I mean, obviously, there's been a lot of great moments, but that gives me some hope that we may be able to pull this one off. So let's go ahead here, open up on this guy. We'll bring Ames forward as well. And in fact, I don't want to get too confident or too comfortable, so let's move on Gilson back this way. No, let's not fire. Forget that. Forget that. The battle's delayed. We should try to put as much damage down on him as we can. So let's do that. Shouldn't be focusing. I mean, we should obviously focus on defense, don't get me wrong, but we also should focus on keeping pressure on the enemy. So let's keep moving forward here. Everybody's moving forward. Everybody's moving forward. Just make sure that everybody's momentum is in the right place, doing the right thing, etc. And here we go. We're just going to keep on pushing the enemy. They're probably going to try for another charge here with Iverson, especially. That's what it's looking like. So let's see if we could repel that. Come on, you gotta load faster, guys. There we go. Okay, Iverson is pulling back. That's awesome. We'll get Schwindelnick to move forward. Same with these guys here. Von Gilson can hold. And we'll do the same with Ames. Alright, nothing in the north yet. As you can see, both of our armies here are focusing entirely on this southern part of the battle. We both know exactly how much it means. We know just how important it is. We're going to go ahead here. We're going to move forward with Ames. We really don't want to lose this position. We do have the top of the hill here. And we want to repel all charges by the enemy, which so far has been working out just fine. Obviously, they've broken through with a few, but we managed to retake the hill every time. So let's keep fighting. Alright, Ames, I don't like that you're being attacked. I'm going to go ahead and charge with Ames, cause some confusion amongst the enemy line. He's kind of back there anyway, so I figure we should do this, cause some issues here, and possibly take their focus away from the central assault, which they're no doubt going to attempt. So here we go. We're going to fire here, fire here. Get McDougal over in this position. This guy over here. I want the enemy taking back his position. Moving forward here, and Iverson's definitely pulling back. Awesome. It looks like Aim is also confusing the enemy. Now he knows how annoying it was when he did that to me initially here. Go ahead and move the Schmiffelnig about there. Iverson is coming. I don't like that. This is where the enemy's going to make a final push. This is my least favorite part of the battle, because this is where shit happens. Move forward. Come on. Let's go. Everybody. Yeah, that's definitely an enemy push for the center there. Oh man. Come on, guys. Don't let him do it to you. We can win this battle. We're going to start moving the rest of these guys up. Kilpatrick. Get Kilpatrick into place here. Some of these guys are surrendering or pulling back or losing the battle. The enemy absolutely saved the best push for last right there at the end of the battle. We just want to continue moving forward, and hopefully our momentum is stronger than theirs. Hopefully our men want to win even more than theirs. It's Farnsworth's men to move over. Okay, here we go. Oh man, they've absolutely taken that central area, and right at the perfect time as well. Trying to move Ames here. Come on, men, fire. Please fire. Schmiffelnig. Oh man. They secured Benner's Hill. Unfucking believable. We've got to try to counter that. So we're going to go ahead. We're just going to keep doing what I was doing before and basically just sending everybody into this position. We've got to send everyone we can. As soon as they spot the enemy, they're going to open fire. So this is sort of an impromptu offensive, as it were. But the enemy is definitely going for that hill. Man! Damn. Those Confederate charges are enraging. They are enraging. We're going to go ahead here. We'll open up with some skirmisher units. But overall, it's not looking great. The battle is delayed. Ames is moving in. But he's obviously being forced back here. Look at that, man. Look at that. Like, how did so many of our men run back just from one single Confederate charge? That's one thing that I don't like. But we're going to continue forward anyway. Come on, boys. Let's do it. We got there is Stewart. Stewart is not, he's not easy to get by. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to try to do everything we can to force Stewart back and take this position on Ames. Damn it, Ames. Everything we can here, boys. Everything we can. Ames here. Let's go. Obviously, nothing going on up north. We should have actually moved down that other unit. Although we did put a lot of pressure on these guys. Skirmishers up here. Gotta get Ames up here. We need to get everybody up here now. Patrick, you're the general in charge of this assault here. I want you to do this. You may not have enough time to come back from this, but there we go. Wow. Defeat once again. Nonetheless, really enjoyed the battle. This guy was a brigadier general, but I really thought I had it until the end there, man. That's an annoying loss. Let's take a look at the statistics here. So statistics-wise, we definitely had more kills than the enemy. We killed 9,427. We only lost 7,235. That's a very annoying little piece there, because I mean, I feel like we hurt their morale so badly. So if you guys will share down below what you think I could have done better there. I honestly thought we did everything right. What did we do wrong? Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Take care. Have an awesome day.